There are bodybuilders with Olympia level physiques who still think that they're small, like Chris
Yep.
Bumstead, or even Arnold himself, who
What? Oh, I thought you were just giving an example. Wait, what? Chris Bumstead thinks he's small? The body image crisis is out of control. Let's get into it.
why does it feel like everyone is so much bigger or stronger than you? Why
Because I'm just a weak ass bitch, bro. Let's be real, bro. Me? I'm just. It is how it is at this point. It is how it is.
your progress never as good as the people you see on social media? Physique inflation is through the roof, the fake natural situation is out of whack, people's expectations of what a healthy or strong
Yeah.
physique looks like is warped beyond comparison.
Yeah,
and
that's for
it's
sure.
all getting worse. But why? Let me take you back in time to the 1970s and 80s, where a muscular physique was seen as a freak show, a circus act, something to watch for amusement. And this was put on full display during the 1977 documentary of Pumping Iron, which would reshape how society viewed the male body for the next 50 years. Now, I've covered the topic of the body image crisis in a multitude of videos by now, going over everything from fake naturals to social media and even movies causing the inflation to the perceived ideal male physique. But today I want to cover all of it and give my own takes as what we can do to combat the ongoing crisis and why stuff like fake naturals aren't even the root issue. Going back to the 70s and 80s, guys like Arnold were anomalies. They looked great, sure, but virtually nobody knew they existed, and the marketing world, movies, beauty, and fashion were
Arnold's so fine, bro. Arnold is. Oh my gosh, dude.
all fairly tame and didn't focus too much about the physique of a model. If you take a look at some of the action heroes from back in the day, like Clint Eastwood, Sean Connery, Roger Moore, and even the guys who played Superman, sure, they were all in great shape, but they looked nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, they're not out of the ordinary at all. These are average. Am I crazy? Am I out of rack? Maybe I'm out of rack too. Shoot, because this looks average. Like this looks like someone that like just started going to the gym. Is that me? Is that just me?
Compared to some random fitness influencers today, and would
That's out of rack though. And the fact I got so much hate for saying this guy is on steroids is crazy. But hey,
fitness influencers today and would get dwarfed by most modern day actors like Dwayne Johnson or Chris Hemsworth. James Bond is an example I've used before, where the actor used to look like this but now looks like this.
yes
Even
sir.
in women's beauty and fashion, there were no booty shorts or clothes designed to accentuate their figures beyond their natural bodies. If you fast forward through the 1980s though, we
Well,
did
that's because now people care about more superficial things now.
see a burst of action heroes looking more jacked than ever. Gyms started becoming more trendy. Guys like Sylvester Stallone, Chuck Norris, Jean-Claude Van Damme, amongst others, were starring in roles across the big screen, and training, being in shape, and looking fit was becoming an ideal that many would actually strive for.
Bodybuilding and physicality became kind of like a hip thing. It's okay to be proud of your body.
But even back then, with the whole action hero craze, people didn't look at these physiques like they were normal. They were perceived as superhuman. Nobody actually looked like that in real life, and they certainly weren't being used in marketing. Sure, you did have supplements and such starting to creep, and even those good old VHS tapes your mom probably bought.
Well, let's go in. All right, let's do it. Let's go move.
But people weren't comparing themselves to Arnold Schwarzenegger. This
Is that like it's supposed to be a porn? Never mind. Never
is
mind.
what I like to call the healthy
My bad,
body
my bad.
image
My
era,
bad, chat.
where you still had gyms, you still had bodybuilding, you could see big guys on the screen without feeling like comparing yourself or feeling like a mistake. But today, that has changed. With the global implementation of social media and algorithms designed to show you what catches your attention, with many people posting more screen time than they spend time actually being outside, it now
Well, of course. The only time I go, dude, I'm gonna be real with you. The only time I go outside is to go to the gym. I'm gonna be so real with you. I might say go outside a lot, but the only time I go outside is to go to the gym. The only time. It's is it bad? I don't know. Cause what else is there supposed to like? The only thing else I can think of is the library, maybe rock climbing, and going outside. Cause I hate clubs, I hate bars, I hate those two. Why would I do that? What other hobby is there? You feel me? Except for besides sports. If you do sports, then obviously you do sports. But
feels like everyone is in tremendous shape. It feels like everyone is bigger or stronger than you or doing better than you financially, socially, or whatever. It doesn't just apply to fitness. And you also have the short form content designed to cut your attention span in half, the clothing and supplement industry who
Yes,
push
sir.
clothes to accentuate your body, the whole concept of a pump cover, a summer cut, trends like looks maxing. All of this adds up and creates a super body fixated society with short attention spans. And that is not ideal if you want your perception to align with the real world. If you think it's bad for the guys with all the roided out influencers and movie stars, not just in the fitness industry, the girls have always been the most vocal topic. And I gotta say, their side is equally disturbing.
We're
Yeah.
facing pressures from society and Instagram and magazines to look a certain way. And then we have pressure from everyone else to look a certain way for our sport.
First, you have tons of female fitness influencers
It's actually insane. It's insane all around. Now, do I think men have it technically worse in the fitness community? Quote unquote, yes. But don't get me wrong, women's side is terrible too. Like it's crazy. Yeah.
who only show off their body in every single video, booty workouts, which are oftentimes ineffective, using scrunch, promoting workouts designed to supposedly get your waist toned and smaller. Yeah,
The only thing to get your waist smaller is to lose weight. Please.
and on top of that, the whole OnlyFans craze is showing young women that the best way to
Oh,
get rich
no.
quick is literally selling
Selling
your
your
body
body,
online to
yeah.
random men.
Please don't do that either. If I doubt there's a woman watching this, but if there is, please don't do that because literally most people that sell your body online get like $1,000 a year, I think it was, or under. Please don't do that. It's not the way to make it out of the rat
And
race.
those men aren't exactly helping because without them there wouldn't be a market for this stuff. Now, though the female side has been very open about their body image issues through the body positivity movement and all that, even something which was supposed to mean loving your own body for what it is turned into a sort of fat positivity movement instead. And for the
Yeah.
guys, we don't really
And that's also bad because before I feel like being fat was just like an excess. It's just excess fat. It's just like it's just how you are. It's just a body figure. There was no negative connotation. There was no positive connotation. I mean, obviously, I think now people don't find it as attractive, but outside of being attractive and everything, I don't think your body should matter that much because it just shouldn't. You should only look at the actual person and how they act. But nowadays, people are superficial and just care about that.
have anything like this at all. So it seems that even the solutions set in place to combat the rising body image issues are failing hard. And with social media continuously rising and adapting based on watch time, so does the amount of jargon being pushed in your face. You get
Yeah.
creators like
Ashton Hall is interesting, that's for sure. Sorry. Okay, I don't know if these are obese, but like I wouldn't say this is necessarily quote unquote healthy. I'm sorry.
issues are failing hard. And with social media
And if you're
continuously
obese, you are
rising
not
and
healthy.
adapting based on watch time,
I
so does the
apologize.
amount of jargon being pushed in your face. You get creators like Ashton Hall or The Liver King who contribute absolutely nothing and
This guy, I can't believe people actually thought this guy was weird, like non-steroid. Cause you can clearly see this shit.
make great money from men's insecurities. You have booty
People look better than him that aren't on steroids. I'm not saying it because of his size or whatever. I'm saying it just because how
influencers who
how
do
he
all the
looks.
same stuff without any credentials, and the whole AI revolution isn't exactly helping either because not
Yeah, that's for sure. Sorry for pausing it so much. If you're saying, oh, never mind. Okay, I thought she was saying get out of the way because I'm filming. But what I was trying to say is, if you're trying to film and someone's in the way, either move yourself, because don't try to have someone be involved and they don't know. Like, please don't.
You
It's
have
just
booty
wrong.
influencers who do all the same stuff without any credentials, and the whole AI revolution isn't exactly helping either because now you can more easily edit or fake parts of people's physiques, or
Yeah.
within the next year or so, creating avatars or even full
Dude.
social media profiles who look real enough to further drive up the image of perfection many have in their heads. And
Yeah.
for a lot of people, this begins as far down as 12, 13, or 14 years old. I remember that at 13, I didn't even have social media like Instagram or TikTok, so I wasn't impacted by stuff like this as early. But today, kids entering middle school might have their feeds chucked up with superhuman physiques,
Oh no, that's for sure. Also, for me, even if you don't even have this chalked up, like I was inspired to go to the gym just from my brothers when I was really young. So
attention-grabbing content, and
There's that
quite
too.
simply, some kids and teens might post their own progress to social media only to get shit on by grown men who have been chronically online for
what? I'm so sorry for keep pausing. You mean tell me this is a good physique for
might post
12?
their own progress to social
What?
media only to get shit on by grown
Being skinny is so easy, just eating and lifting. This is not bad genetics. This nigga's high. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why are we posting a 12-year-old right now? This isn't bad genetics.
progress to
You
social
barely
media
even see
only to get
anything right
shit
now.
on by grown
Also, his chest is actually extremely like
men who
good
have been
genetics for
chronically
it.
online for the last 5
You-
years who think
you
that
can't-
if you
you
don't
can't
look
be
like David
serious.
Lade within 3 years of training, then you're below average, and if you look better than David Lade in 3 years, then you're on steroids. And now we even have
Like, he has
entire
really good proportions,
subreddits
is what I'm trying to
dedicated to
say.
looking at other men's physique and gym progress and spending hours discussing what steroids they take while double and triple checking their bodies, looking for anything that can indicate steroid use, which makes it even worse considering most guys on PEDs look worse than high-level natural lifters anyways.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. None of this is about health, strength, or even fake naturals. The main issue here, and the reason why I believe we have a body image crisis at all, is all about comparison. The moment you start comparing your physique to somebody else's, you're fighting a battle that you've already lost. Because what you're seeing online is often a curated highlight reel of people with oftentimes better genetics, better lighting, better angles, and oftentimes better pharmacists. If you
Also, just more experienced than you. Just straight up more experienced than you. Like, Jeff Nippard, he has like 20 years of experience. Who was shoot, I forgot his name, but I'm pretty sure he has like 6 years of experience at least. Same with him.
better lighting,
David
better
Lade,
angles, and
and,
oftentimes
I
better
still forgot
pharmacists.
his name,
If you go into
but
a
yeah.
local gym, whether it's commercial or even a bodybuilding gym, the physiques you see there will not come anywhere close to the distorted reality you've experienced on social media.
Let's go, buddy!
And outside of the gym,
I love that guy. I forgot his name. I love that guy.
this becomes even clearer. Many would walk around at a public beach and probably feel disgusted looking at
V Shred was so bad. This guy was so popular. Oh my gosh. It was
other
insane.
people's bodies simply because of the skewed perception they now have of their own physique and their
Yeah.
instinct to instantly compare themselves
What? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Excuse me? Yo, hello? Oh, yo, hello? How much money does this cost to even get plastic surgery? Like, this has to be plastic surgery. Anything else, I pretty much just won't believe. What? Unless if it's just like maybe something in your body that's special.
things to instantly compare themselves with
What
those
the
people.
hell
and
is
if they
that,
see somebody
bro?
with a better physique, they feel insecure or start coming with coping mechanisms for why they don't look like that. It is insanely toxic to your mental health to constantly think like this, and even though we're also in a public health crisis with obesity and lifestyle related disease being on the rise, the gym and fitness community can help combat this. But
Yeah.
it's never about health. It's rarely about functional adaptations, strength, endurance, or just doing something. It's mostly about looks.
Do a lot of
Sorry. It's actually insane too, because like when you're so involved in the gym community, you almost forget that a lot of people just don't go to the gym. Just straight up do not go to the gym. Like, it's insane. Like, I asked someone that like does stuff normal, like without the gym, and I'm like, hey, so what do you do like just for fun? And then they're just like, oh, I just watch stuff or something like that. And I'm like, really? You don't get bored? Like, it for me, I just can't, I can't like imagine myself being without something physical, I guess.
your friends or fellow gym bros take steroids here?
Most of them.
And I think that focusing on something so subjective that doesn't even have an objective measure
But that
of
might be because I
improvement
constantly compare myself like this. Yeah.
isn't the way to go. Yes, if you look fit, then you most likely are fit. That's a general statement. But
Mm-hmm.
looking fit should merely be a byproduct of that fitness, not
Yeah.
the goal. As much of a meme it has become, hybrid athlete training or strength sports can be a lifesaver for this sort of stuff because it teaches you that your body isn't meant to exclusively focus on visual appeal, but also
Yeah.
to use it for something. Heck, if you've been training for 5 years or longer properly, then chances are you are nearly maxed out on your natural muscle building potential. And even if you manage to put on a kilo of muscle every year afterwards, that's not something you can visually assess at all. So at that point, you feel like you're stagnating, and without any progress, most people will start to feel even worse. And this is just a part of human psychology.
And that's when they take the words. Yeah, buddy, one cycle won't hurt. Oh my gosh, dude. One cycle, and then it's multiple cycles because you keep constantly comparing yourself, bro. I don't need to even take it to know. Like, it's crazy.
To never be content but always wanting more. That's why I think it's so important to be versatile as well and focus on performance instead of how you just look in the mirror. Because one, it takes the attention away from just the visual aspect and places it somewhere functional like strength, endurance, or even specific tasks. And two, it makes you feel a lot better to actually see progress and getting better at something, which is why most of us fell in love with the gym in the first place. The first year or two that you spend in the gym are usually the best because you can almost see your physique changing every month. You feel a lot better physically and you get addicted to that feeling of progress. However, I have to say, focusing on how you look is still fine to do. A lot of people can do that and end up feeling a lot better. If you want to lose 10 kilos to make your abs pop more, then there's no downside to that. The downside may come from the reason behind.
Yeah, me personally, I gotta look like guts. You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna get there? I don't know. I got no idea. Or at least Gato. Because I'm pretty sure I'm like similar to his height. Hold up. I'll check up his height in a sec. Never mind. I found the mixture of these two that I want to be like. Joto and Chad. Yeah. Those my homies right there. Anyways. The Gato is actually only 5'9". I was surprised about that. Anyways, just keep going.
Like if you want to get shredded because you saw a video of some lean guy on YouTube, then that means that you didn't really make that choice for yourself, and you're more likely to feel discouraged if you fail. Now, body image issues and physique inflation isn't something exclusive to new gym goers or even casual lifters. There are bodybuilders with Olympia level physiques who still think that they're small, like Chris Bumstead, or even Arnold himself, who
What? Oh, I thought you were just giving an example. Wait, what? Chris Bumstead thinks he's small? Oh, hell no.
stated that he felt disgusted by looking at his own body at times.
I never really was satisfied with my body. I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, I don't know how this shit body can ever win. When I brag about myself, that's all bullshit.
Even lifters with high-level education.
Yo, okay. This is because I feel like when they're at this level, I might be wrong, but I feel like when they're at this level of actual muscle definition and everything, they always compare themselves to others around them, looking at their muscles, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, they're so big," not even knowing how big they are. That is actually the craziest form of body dysmorphia. I think they have like upper scales of it because that's insane. Wow.
Like Mike Israetel, who mind you has one of the biggest informational channels in the industry, has talked openly about how badly he perceives his own physique, even going to the point of getting liposuction to combat unwanted fat storage. And for what? To potentially win a trophy while being compared to other guys on stage, a super subjective opinion, only to take more PEDs down the line to improve. So what can we do to combat the ongoing epidemic of unrealistic expectations? Even social media and the body image crisis as a
I don't think there really is anything. I mean, I could say get off the internet, but like, are you really gonna get off the internet? Like, let's be real with each other. Are you really gonna get off the internet? I don't think so. So, like, it's hard to say. It's truly hard to say.
whole. One, you can drop the screen time, or at least change it to something more productive for you, something you can learn from. Don't just scroll through a bunch of ripped men and women on Instagram or TikToks with edgy edits, because
Yeah, but let's be real with this. People are addicted to their phone nowadays. Like, you just see it at the gym. You see it everywhere. Regardless of if someone's doing something important to them, they'll be on their phone. That's how you know someone's addicted. Some people, you need your music at the gym because they just need that stimulus. And I'm not blaming them because I also use my phone at the gym. But I'm just, use music at the gym. I don't use my phone. But still, like, it's just crazy.
that doesn't give you anything. Two, focus on performance instead of your looks. Sure, it's okay if you want to gain muscle or lose fat, but make sure you understand the reason behind it and look at your own physique more as a byproduct of what you're doing in the gym and not the end goal. And 3, learn to realize that social media isn't real life. Now, I literally work with social media, so it's a bit of an oxymoron to tell you to use it less, but at least realize that what you're looking at isn't comparable to you, regardless of whether or not a person is natural or on steroids. They're not you and you're not them. You need to find...
But I gotta be better than them. That's the thing. I gotta be better than them. I must be better than them, okay? I know I'm small as hell right now, okay? But I must be better than them eventually, okay?
your own motivation,
This guy
not look
is
towards
crazy.
everyone else's.
I love saying
especially
shit
if
like
that
that.
someone else is a random influencer whose only credential is flexing. If you look at a fitness model like Jeff Seid and say, yeah, I want to look like that, then after a year you realize that you're falling very short. Then it's great if that was the initial push that got you to start training, but your focus should change based on what you enjoy. Maybe you found out that getting stronger on bench was more fun, or training for a tough mountain climb or other physical exertions. Now, in
No, I still look like Baki and Jotaro. I'll get there. Don't worry. I'll get there without steroids, though. Nah, I got it.
fitness and gym community, we all like to look for
Just-
optimization strategies by tweaking minor details in our training and dietary regiment, aka science-based lifting like what Jeff Nipper does, and that's also fine if that's what you get enjoyment out of. But I would argue for more than 90% of gym goers, the biggest issue is actually showing up and training hard for a long time, and that's also
yeah,
the
for
biggest
sure.
issue with getting people from the general public interested in health and fitness. What I'm saying has a simple message behind it though. The
No, sorry. I'm so sorry. Literally, all you have to do is just consistency. That's all it is. Because training hard for a week and then getting off of it is not going to do anything good, really. Like, staying on it consistently, see, even if it's lower intensity, as long as it's close to failure, it doesn't have to be even failure. As long as it's very close to failure, it's good. It doesn't have to be to the point where you're like, oh my gosh, I want to die. You know what I'm saying?
Physique inflation and body image crisis are the result of many events and factors which have accumulated over the last 50 years. But many people always lay the blame on one thing without realizing that comparison is the biggest thief of them all. Fake naturals wouldn't even be a problem if people didn't knowingly or unknowingly compare themselves to those people, and then feel pressured by that comparison to take their advice, buy their training plans or supplements. But if they rather focused on their own journey, they might seek a professional instead of an online influencer.
But at the same time, these fake naturals, the only reason why people even have them get popular is because they are looking up to them and like are literally like, oh my gosh, he's natural. I can look like this natural too. So I must not even be working hard enough. I must work harder. Basically, that's the real problem. But you know,
If they were interested in something like supplements, they might research it and find out what works instead of relying on an influencer to tell you what to do. The whole gym journey becomes a lot easier when you realize that it's your body, your goals, and your life. And you can do whatever you like about it. And yes, I believe everyone should take care of their health and exercise because of all the individual and societal benefits it has, but to do so within reason and ideally because it makes you genuinely happy. Holy crap, I do feel like a philosopher at this point, but you guys get the point.
no, this is actually an amazing video. This is such a good video. Yeah.
I've been on fitness YouTube for what, 5 or 6 years now, and I really want to thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and supporting my endeavors with coaching and my online clinic, and supporting me throughout the years by commenting and liking the videos that I publish. Heck, even critical comments are always welcome so that I can see more sides of the story and improve the content for you guys. So really, thank you. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about the whole...
Yeah, same. I had a lot of critics on one of my videos. If you ever want to criticize my videos, I am fully here for it. I actually love criticism because I just want to get better at this whole YouTube thing. So I'd appreciate it, and whole streaming thing too. So yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. I'll link this video in the description as always, and I will see you guys. Goodbye. This guy's an amazing creator. So yeah.